Hey, it's Darlene Smith, sharing is caring tips of the day during the virus. There's been a lot going on, and I had somebody ask me one time and said, Darlene, do you ever have a bad day? I'm like, yes. We're talking about bad days today. Think about this. Now, bad days can be very subjective. Many different definitions onto what a bad day is. Do we all have them? Yes. Sometimes we probably don't want to admit it. Now, there are some people, it seems like every day is a bad day for them. How do you define what is a bad day for you? Is it a day where, what do you feel? Sometimes I have problems where I just can't seem to focus, right? Is a bad day when you don't wear your smile, right? Because we know that wearing your smile is always so important. Is it when you have low energy? Some days you just don't, I just don't feel like it. It's when you feel like doing nothing. You're just looking for a distraction to take you from whatever it may be, right? We all have stuff to deal with on a regular basis. Do we just push it aside? Is that what you do? Or do you deal with it now and then? Right? We all have our different options of coping mechanism to dealing with a bad day. Put down below, what do you do to help yourself, right? A little bit of self-care, we're talking as well, during a bad day. Now, the key is not to let bad days to continue. They are going to happen. So what do we do to bring ourselves back up from that bad day? When I talk about being subjective, yes, sometimes it has to do with the mindset. You know that, oh yeah, so-and-so's having a bad day, that means we are all gonna suffer. I'm sure you've heard that saying out there as well, right? So how do you do it? Well, one of the great course tips is to talk to somebody. Having those people that just listen. We've talked a little bit about such a valuable skill, right? Who are those important people in your life when you have a bad day or things just don't seem to be going right, that are there to listen for you, right? So important. Listening is an important skill. And there's different levels of listening, right? Some people say, well, oh yeah, I'm listening, but they're not really listening. Sometimes you just need that to get it off your chest. You just need to vent. That's okay. We all need to do that sometimes. It's better than having it build up inside. Not a good thing to have that happen, right? And yes, I might be speaking from a little bit of experience from that as well. You can certainly bury yourself in work. That's a great way to, get rid of a bad day. Some people think of a bad day as to something just went wrong. Maybe things are just not going right. Some people are like, well, the weather's bad today, so I'm going to have a bad day. One thing about the color blue, it represents trust, loyalty, peace, right? So combination as well. So let's put it down. What do you do to help get yourself out of a bad day? Who are those people in your life that you reach out? There's some great songs out there as well. Of course, being a Disney fan, one of them is Toy Story, right? You've Got a Friend in Me. Sometimes just putting that on a good beat. Another, of course, is one of the favorites is James Taylor's You've Got a Friend. And of course, what I love is Mariah Carey, has a great song, Anytime You Need a Friend. I encourage you just to reach out for no reason. Connect with some of your friends and just say thank you. Maybe even send them one of these, hey, I was just thinking about you, and this reminded me of you, and I just want to know that, let you know that I'm always here for you as well. So we've got these bad days. We all have them. Let's see how we can deal with them and move on and get back our smiles. Because remember, sharing is caring.